Hello and welcome to another episode of the Hello Hosty podcast. Today I am joining Mark Wijeratne
Hello.
of Sri Lanka Colonial Villas, of Colonial Villas Sri Lanka, excuse me.
Yeah.
And we are currently in one of Mark's managed properties in Marissa, southwestern Sri Lanka. Would you like to tell us a bit more about this property itself?
Yeah, so this is kind of a, all colonial type properties. This is firstly built on 1849. So this was used to owned by a Ayurvedic doctor. That's why we call it Sri Vedamadura. Vedamadura means in English, it's a hospital. So it's a Ayurvedic place. Okay. So the current owners, they live in London and they fell in love with the area basically, and they modified this and it came up to this level.
Yeah, they did a great job.
They did a great job, and it's fantastic location. It's only a few minutes walk to the beach, and they love it, and all our guests, they love it, and they have remained the old structure, so which is marvelous, and I think they have done a brilliant job.
They've done a very good job. So it was built in 1849.
1849,
wow, so it's got a lot of history.
Lot of history, yes.
And most of the properties that you manage are of like similar ages, or
similar, because we love the colonial type, because we believe a person coming into Sri Lanka, they would like to see something Sri Lankan. This is what I feel, because most Europeans, they love this traditional colonial style. So I think it gives a bit of a Sri Lankan touch for it.
Yeah, a bit of Sri Lankan kind of heritage.
Heritage, that's right. Yes.
So talk to us a bit more about the business in terms of the properties that you manage. Where are they based?
Our property is basically based in down south, because we manage from Kalutara to up to Tangol.
Okay.
So this is where we manage our
So how big is that area? How many miles from one end to the other?
It's about within 60 miles.
Within 60 miles. That's quite a wide area to be managing.
Correct.
Yeah. So you I can answer this question myself, but it's better that you answer it.
Yeah.
So tell us what's so special about the area that you work in, that you manage.
Actually, Marissa is one of the most tourist attracted location because of the beach. So actually this particular house, we had business throughout. So Marissa won't ever get dull because this is a very special place and one of the most famous places in the island. So and we have properties in Unnamatuna. We have the same sort of properties close to the beach, and it's very interesting.
Yeah, it is a really beautiful part of the world.
Yeah, I mean, Sri Lanka is really beautiful, and you can see already. You can hear the.
It's tropical.
It's tropical, and especially this place, it's 5 acres, so you have huge space, and you are in a city, but you don't feel like you are in a city, because
it really doesn't feel like you're in a city.
Not at all. You feel the nature, and
absolutely. I mean, other than the birds, I can't hear any roads, nothing. And you're 3 minutes walk to the beach.
3 minutes walk to the beach.
So what kind of guests do you have that come here?
Mainly Europeans. Actually, the colonial style is mainly appreciated by the British.
Yeah.
So we actually have multicultural people. Currently, we have Russians a lot. But it's multicultural. We have Norwegians, we have Swiss people, we have Swedish people, Denmark, all over the world. People come and enjoy, and and they have given us 5-star reviews everywhere.
So. Yeah, I can see why. The place is very well managed. And so talk to us a bit about the challenges that you face in business today.
To be frank, we have been struggling since 2019 because we had the Easter attack. Then the COVID started, so it has been a bit hard, but we are surviving. So we know how to go underneath the market and somehow to get business. So we have special promotions, and
absolutely.
We
have some guests. So how do you see this next year playing out? How will that be for you?
If things works quite well, I'm pretty sure Sri Lanka is a super fantastic destination. So I think Sri Lanka will boom for sure.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we are so green and we have everything here. So I'm sure.
You've had a big investment in infrastructure as
Yeah,
well, which is going
that's
to be a big
correct.
help.
Yeah. So we have good
Mhm.
infrastructure, and the country is booming, and the roads are developing,
Yeah.
and yeah, it is. We are nearly getting there, and I think by 2025 it will boom.
Yeah, yeah. And how does it work with the properties that you manage? They're owned by a mix of foreign and Sri Lankan, or foreign. Or how is that?
Mainly Europeans, because Sri Lankans quite for Sri Lankan is quite expensive to afford. But currently I see a lot of Sri Lankans lives overseas.
Hmm.
They are buying properties here, so it's a mix.
Okay, it's a mix. It's a mixed
It's a
bag.
mix,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Absolutely. So, how do you kind of keep track of all of your guests, your bookings? How do you communicate with your team?
We do actually use softwares, so that gives me freedom, and it makes me easy to manage everything like booking and conversations.
Hmm.
Everything, it makes that system makes me very easy.
It makes
Yeah.
it very very comfortable for you.
Comfortable for you.
Yeah. So, do you have any tools or tricks or hacks that you would be able to share with us with regards to how you manage your business?
I must say, mainly it depends. With the software, it makes our business run smoothly, and also we use marketing wise. We use a lot of social
Hmm.
media tools,
Yeah.
and mainly social media tools. We use Instagram, and we have quite a lot of followers on the Instagram
Yeah.
page, and Facebook, and this brings us business.
So how did you grow your Instagram? Because as you said, you have quite a few followers, and this is something that at the moment there's a big buzz around direct bookings, and social media is a big part of this. So perhaps you could share with us some tips on how property managers can grow their Instagram.
Insta, of course, we constantly publish content. I think that is one of the tricks, because there's an algorithm
Yeah.
in Insta and all. So we constantly, like every day, we are posting stuff, and also
we can hear a peacock interrupting
yeah.
you. So, yeah.
So yeah, and also we boost some of our posts.
Okay,
so,
you
yeah.
use the boost facility.
Boost
Right.
facilities,
Okay.
yes,
So you're
well.
saying that the two tips there would be consistency.
Yeah, correct.
Consistency with content and boosting posts.
Correct.
But I mean, I've seen your Instagram. I recommend to anyone to go and check it out. Maybe this is a good time to tell people what your Instagram is.
Yeah, you can check our Insta page is Villas in Sri Lanka 1.
Okay.
So that's my profile, and I have a couple of other profiles as well.
Yeah.
One is called Colonial Villas in Sri Lanka, and Villas in Sri Lanka 1. I think my profile has the most followers.
I think it helps when you're posting content. I think it helps that you have access to the most amazing, beautiful places, which means the content that you're creating is interesting.
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
Like people go like wow when they enter from this gate, because this is something unusual for Europeans, because they can't have such big massive gardens, and so.
Well, I can speak for myself when I say that I could be in winter in Europe.
Correct.
And then I look at the Instagram and I see Colonial Villas, Sri Lanka, and I say, I need to go to Sri Lanka right now.
Oh, that's amazing! That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm so pleased that
I'm going to like this post and I'm going to follow. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how you manage to grow your Instagram through. So in terms of direct bookings, do you get many bookings direct, or is it mainly through the OTAs, or how does this work?
Mainly through OTAs, but we do, because people shop, right? Like, so people wants to get the best rate out of it. So most people, they direct us directly. So so they contact us directly. So because they want to special rates and stuff. But mainly, I would say from OTAs.
Mainly from the OTAs, yeah. My attitude has always been that the OTAs have huge marketing budgets.
Correct.
And the best trick, let's say, is to become very good at using the OTAs.
Correct.
To become a master at OTAs.
Correct.
And okay, you get some social media direct bookings or from your websites, but mainly the OTAs.
Yeah, mainly local Sri Lankan bookings.
OTAs are online travel agencies.
Yeah, correct. Mainly Sri Lankans, they book via social media because they are on it.
Yeah. Okay.
Mainly Sri Lankans are really on the social media. So they basically book via social media.
Yeah. I don't know where Sri Lanka rates in. That's a peacock again, right?
Yeah.
I don't know where Sri Lanka rates in the world in terms of social media usage. I know that Asia is much larger usage of social media than Europe, let's say.
Correct.
Which is quite surprising because social media in Europe is huge. So obviously, the consumption of social media over here must be quite large. But I've noticed that communications, direct bookings from guests, Sri Lankans are really Asia in general. They're much more receptive to direct bookings than Europeans.
Correct.
So you receive a lot of direct bookings through, is it social media or through your own websites?
Through our website and also from Instagram and Facebook.
And you run marketing for your website and your social media. So I mean, how do you do the marketing for your personal website?
For the website, of course, we use Google Ads. So that's how we.
Have you had a lot of success with Google Ads?
It's a big, massive, vast competition when it's come to villas, because in Sri Lanka there are like loads of companies, villa management companies. So it's hard, but Google marketing does a bit of good to us.
It does help you. Okay. So you kind of have to know what you're doing.
Correct.
Do you do this in-house or do you hire a specialist from outside?
We do in-house.
In-house. Yeah. Okay, good idea. I mean, you must have someone who knows what they're doing, because it's kind of complex.
It depends on the target market, what you are going to target, because not many people do the market rights. That's why they don't have bookings. Okay. So if you target really who are the top arrivals to Sri Lanka, and if you target those countries, not countries, the special cities, we have to see from which cities they are coming from, because in Google marketing you can, if you select London, like it'll be like all cities, so it's no point, you are wasting your money. So you got to really target the cities.
So I guess you'd figure out like who is the socio demographic, like what age are they, what gender they are, what kind of jobs they do.
So basically all working class people and businessmen. And age, when you take age, it's from 35 years to like 60 years old.
Okay.
They are the kind of traveling people and kind of people who have a bit of money.
Have enough money to pay for a villa like this. It helps. The famous dog.
That's our dog, Mango, by the way.
Very famous in Sri Lanka. Been in many magazines.
Been in many magazines and a superstar.
Okay, well, Mark, thank you so much for the conversation.
My pleasure.
Today.
Thanks for coming again.
We've already mentioned your social media handles, but if people want to find out more about you and about the villas that you manage, how will they?
They can log on to www.colonialvillasinSriLanka.com and they can find us.
Super.
And I'll be there to meet every single guest. Like I travel to every single villa.
Meet every single guest?
I meet every single guest just by myself.
So you give them a very personal service. In fact, we were talking about this before we started filming, was that the personal touch really makes a massive difference.
Massive difference. Like when sometimes I'm unable to visit so many properties. So most of the time when I fail to do a visit, then there's a little complaint, and when people meet you in person, there are less complaints, and
there's a face to go with the business, and they get that personal touch.
Correct.
Well, thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Cheers.
And we'll hope to see you soon in this house with your family.
For sure.